Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Naomi collided with B-Fab in a singles match on the latest episode of WWE SmackDown. Before the bout, the Glow was attacked by Jade Cargill on her way to the ring. The two stars have been feuding for several weeks now. It all started after the multi-time women's champion got attacked by the Storm at Elimination Chamber for putting the ladder on the shelf. Last week on SmackDown, Naomi attacked B-Fab in the ring and at ringside, and Cargill had to make the save. This led to a match between the two stars on the blue brand this week. When Naomi was making her entrance, she was blindsided by Jade Cargill on the stage. She still carried on with the match, however. After the bell rang, B-Fab slammed Naomi on the mat and kicked her in the corner before taking her out with a big boot. She then pounded on the Glow and hit a Uranagi for a 2 count. Naomi nailed B-Fab with a modified kneeling lungeblower to win the match. After the bout, she called out Jade Cargill, and the two stars got into a brawl again on SmackDown. Securities tried to separate them, but they all got wiped out by Cargill. It was an electric night on SmackDown as the WWE Universe filled the arena with anticipation. Fans were on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the highly anticipated match between Naomi and her opponent, the towering 32-year-old WWE star, who had been making waves on the blue brand. Naomi, the high-flying dynamic competitor known for her athleticism and resilience, had been gearing up for the biggest fight of her career. Little did anyone know that this SmackDown would become the scene of an unthinkable, brutal attack that would leave everyone questioning the true nature of Naomi's next challenge. The calm before the storm. The evening began like any other. The crowd was buzzing with excitement as the opening pyro blasted into the night sky, signaling the start of another thrilling episode of SmackDown. The camera panned across the excited crowd, their faces filled with excitement for the night's action. The commentators were hyping up the match card, and all eyes were on the showdown between Naomi and the new WWE star who had quickly gained a reputation for her relentless pursuit of victory. Naomi, always the professional, had been preparing for this match for weeks. The bright lights of the WWE Universe were no stranger to her. She had earned her place through hard work, dedication, and a sheer passion for the sport of professional wrestling. She was known for her incredible speed, agility, and her signature Feel the Glow entrance that lit up the entire arena with neon green lights. Naomi had always been a fan favorite, admired for her infectious energy and her ability to inspire fans around the world. As Naomi made her way to the ring for her entrance, the crowd erupted into cheers. Her neon green gear shimmered under the lights, and her smile was infectious as she waved to the fans. She was in high spirits, ready to take on any challenge that came her way. Little did she know her night was about to take a violent and unexpected turn. The 32-year-old WWE star, a rising threat. The woman who Naomi would face that night had made quite the impression since her WWE debut. Standing at 6 feet tall with a powerful frame, the 32-year-old WWE star known as Rhea Phoenix had dominated her competition with a mixture of raw power, strategic acumen, and an unrelenting desire to be at the top. Rhea was relatively new to SmackDown but had quickly caught the attention of fans and management alike. She had a fiery personality, and her no-nonsense approach to her matches had earned her a reputation as a dangerous competitor. Rhea had spent years building her physique and perfecting her craft in various promotions before finally signing with WWE. As a rising star, she wasn't content to sit in the background. She wanted to be a champion, and she would do whatever it took to achieve that goal. She didn't just want to win matches, she wanted to make a statement. Her persona was that of a fighter who took no prisoners and left nothing on the table. Unlike Naomi's graceful and flashy style, Rhea's approach was more brutal and calculating. Her strikes were hard-hitting, her submissions were precise, and she had no issue bending the rules to get the upper hand. Fans had started to take notice of her aggressive in-ring style, and many believed that Rhea was destined for greatness. The upcoming match against Naomi was just another stepping stone for Rhea on her path to the top, or so she thought. Naomi's confidence shaken. As the match neared, the tension in the arena was palpable. Naomi was ready to face the challenge head-on, but there was something about Rhea that gave her pause. Naomi had faced some tough competitors before, but Rhea's ruthlessness and intensity were unlike anything she had encountered. She knew Rhea would be a formidable opponent, but Naomi's confidence in her own abilities was unwavering. She had been through much tougher challenges in her career and always managed to rise above. Naomi stood in her corner, shaking off the nervous energy and focusing on her strategy. She would need to rely on her speed, her agility, and her high-flying abilities to outsmart Rhea. Naomi's plan was simple: wear Rhea down with her quick movements, dodge her heavy strikes, and capitalize on any opening. The fans were behind her, chanting her name, and Naomi couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. She knew they believed in her. But there was one thing Naomi didn't count on: Rhea's unpredictable nature. The attack. The bell rang, signaling the start of the match. Naomi wasted no time, immediately going on the offensive with a series of fast-paced strikes. She hit Rhea with a flurry of kicks, trying to wear her down with her speed. Rhea, however, wasn't as easily fazed. She absorbed the hits and immediately began to overpower Naomi, grabbing her by the waist and tossing her across the ring with a powerful slam. Naomi, however, wasn't one to give up easily. She sprang back to her feet and continued to use her agility to her advantage. She landed a dropkick to Rhea's chest, sending her stumbling back. The crowd cheered as Naomi continued to build momentum. She was in control of the match, using her high-flying skills to deliver a series of aerial maneuvers that had the fans on their feet. But then, out of nowhere, Rhea grabbed Naomi by the hair and yanked her down to the mat. Naomi's head bounced off the canvas with a sickening thud. The referee immediately checked on Naomi, but Rhea showed no signs of stopping. With a sinister grin on her face, Rhea pulled Naomi up by her hair and shoved her into the corner turnbuckle. The fans were in shock as they watched Rhea deliver a series of brutal, chest-crushing forearms to Naomi's midsection. Naomi gasped for air, her body beginning to show signs of the punishment she was taking. The referee tried to intervene, but Rhea shoved him away, ignoring the rules of the match entirely. She was not going to let anything or anyone stand in the way of her victory. Naomi, dazed and struggling to regain her bearings, managed to fight back with a series of desperate elbows. She tried to push Rhea off, but Rhea's strength was too much. With a sadistic look in her eyes, Rhea grabbed Naomi and performed a devastating powerbomb. The impact of the move left Naomi motionless on the mat, her body racked with pain. The crowd was in disbelief. They couldn't understand what was happening. Naomi was supposed to be in control, but now she was at the mercy of a ruthless and calculating opponent. The referee hovered over Naomi, his hand raised to call for the match to be stopped, but Naomi refused to stay down. She was a fighter, and she wasn't going to give Rhea the satisfaction of claiming an easy victory. But Rhea wasn't done. She knew she had Naomi exactly where she wanted her. As the referee tried to help Naomi to her feet, Rhea launched a sudden and brutal attack. She grabbed Naomi by the neck, lifting her off the ground and delivering a vicious chokehold. Naomi's face turned red and her body began to go limp. The referee once again attempted to break the hold, but Rhea refused to let go. The WWE Universe was in a frenzy, unsure of what to make of the situation. The usually loud and boisterous arena was eerily silent as the ref tried desperately to pry Rhea off Naomi. It was clear that Naomi was in serious trouble. Rhea's attack was vicious, unrelenting, and it seemed as though she was determined to make Naomi suffer. A hero's will to fight. Just when it seemed as though Rhea had gained the upper hand for good, Naomi found the strength within herself to fight back. It wasn't easy. Her body was bruised, battered, and exhausted, but Naomi had always been resilient. She had faced adversity before and come out on top. This would be no different. In a final burst of energy, Naomi managed to break free from Rhea's grip and delivered a powerful kick to her adversary's head. The impact sent Rhea stumbling backward, and Naomi used the opportunity to roll out of the ring and regroup. The fans erupted into cheers as Naomi took a moment to catch her breath. But she knew her battle wasn't over. She had been through hell and back, but she wasn't going to let Rez's brutal assault define her. Naomi returned to the ring, the crowd rallying behind her. Despite the pain, she stood tall and ready for whatever came next. The match had taken a dark turn, but Naomi's fighting spirit had never been stronger. The final moments of the match would see Naomi dig deep into her reserves, pulling off a stunning reversal that caught Rhea off guard and ultimately led to Naomi pinning her for the 3 count. The arena erupted into cheers as Naomi stood victorious, albeit battered and bruised. She had won the match, but the brutal assault from Rhea Phoenix would leave a lasting mark on her. What would come next for Naomi? Would she be able to bounce back from this attack, or would the ruthless Rhea Phoenix continue to make Naomi's life a living hell? The fallout. The attack left Naomi reeling, both physically and mentally. She had endured the most vicious attack of her career, but she had managed to overcome it. In the weeks that followed, Naomi would show the world that nothing could keep her down. The road to recovery would be long, but Naomi's resilience would be her greatest asset. And as for Rhea Phoenix, she had made a statement, but the war between her and Naomi was far from over. The WWE universe was left wondering what the future held for these 2 stars. One thing was certain: Naomi had faced one of her biggest challenges yet, and she was ready for whatever came next. The glow was still there, brighter than ever. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.